I still remember the way she smiled at me that night. Warm, polite, almost kind. The kind of smile that makes other people believe nothing is wrong. But I knew better. Because that smile belonged to the woman who had spent 3 years slowly trying to erase me from my own marriage. My mother-in-law, Margaret. It started small. It always does. The first time was during Sunday dinner. She looked at my plate and said softly, "Oh, you're still eating carbs?" Everyone laughed. I laughed too. Because that's what you do when you're new to the family. When you don't want to seem sensitive. When you tell yourself it's harmless. It wasn't. Because that comment was just a test. And I passed it by staying quiet. Soon it became routine. Oh, Daniel always liked his shirts ironed this way. That's not how I raised my son. He never used to forget things before he got married. She never said my name. She didn't have to. Every sentence ended with me. Daniel noticed. But he didn't intervene. He'd squeeze my hand under the table. A silent apology. A silent request to endure. "Just ignore it," he whispered at night. She's old school. I wanted to believe him. So I swallowed everything. Until the night she crossed a line she couldn't uncross. It was her birthday. 60 years. Big celebration. Full house. Relatives, neighbors, co-workers. She raised her glass and tapped it gently. "I'd like to say something," she announced. The room went quiet. She looked around. Then her eyes landed on me. "This family has always been built on tradition," she said. "On respect. On knowing your place." My chest tightened. Daniel shifted beside me. She smiled again. "And sometimes," she continued, "people enter our lives by mistake." Laughter. Uncomfortable, confused laughter. She lifted her glass toward me. "And the sooner they realize it, the better for everyone." The silence that followed was brutal. No one spoke. Daniel didn't speak. I adjusted a strand of hair behind my ear and stood up, because what I did next was not what anyone expected. I walked toward her, calm, steady. I handed her the gift I had brought. She smirked. "Oh, I hope you didn't spend too much," she said. "I wouldn't accept anything from you anyway." She opened the box. Her smile froze. Inside were documents. She frowned, flipped a page, then another. Her hand started shaking. "What is this?" she whispered. I leaned in just enough for everyone to hear. "The deed to this house," I said. "And the transfer papers." She looked up at me, eyes wide, mouth open. "It's mine," I continued. "As of this morning." Gasps filled the room. Someone dropped a fork. Margaret's face turned pale. "That's impossible," she stammered. "This house is mine." I tilted my head. "It was," I said, "before your unpaid debts caught up with you." She turned to Daniel. "Tell her," she shouted. "Tell her she's lying." Daniel stood up. Slowly. And for the first time since I married him, he didn't look like a boy caught between two women. He looked like a man who had made a choice. "She's not lying," he said. "I signed as a witness." That was the moment Margaret realized something terrifying. I wasn't weak. I wasn't temporary. And I wasn't leaving. I took a sip of my wine. "Please don't misunderstand," I said calmly. "I didn't do this to humiliate you." She laughed hysterically. "Oh, really?" "No," I replied. "I did it to protect myself." The room was silent. "For 3 years," I continued, "I was patient. I was respectful. I was quiet." I looked around at the guests. And every time you watched her humiliate me, I said. You stayed quiet too. I turned back to Margaret. You wanted me gone, I said. So now you're the guest. Her lips trembled. I placed the papers back into the box and gently closed it. You don't have to accept my gift, I said. Just vacate the bedroom by tomorrow morning. I paused. You can keep the guest room. For now. She thought that was the end. It wasn't. That night, Daniel and I returned home. Our home. Margaret had locked herself in her room. She didn't speak to us. Didn't come out. At 2 a.m. I heard muffled crying through the wall. For a moment I felt something close to guilt. Then I remembered every dinner, every whisper, every smile designed to cut without leaving a mark. And the guilt disappeared. The next morning she packed. Slowly, silently. At the door she stopped. She looked at Daniel. You chose her, she said. Daniel didn't hesitate. I chose my wife, he replied. Margaret turned to me. You think you won, she hissed. I met her gaze. I didn't come here to win, I said. I came here to stop losing. She left. The door closed. And for the first time since my wedding day, the house was quiet. But freedom always comes with a price. 3 weeks later, rumors started. Calls. Messages. Family members suddenly concerned. How could you do this to her? She's your elder. She's alone now. I listened. I didn't argue. Then I sent one message. Just one. The bank statements. The unpaid loans. The legal notices she hid. The silence afterward was absolute. No more calls. No more accusations. Only the truth. One evening, Daniel asked me softly, Do you regret it? I thought for a long time. Then I shook my head. No, I said. I regret staying quiet for so long. Because here's the truth no one likes to say out loud. Some people mistake your silence for permission, your kindness for weakness, your patience for fear. And the moment you stop playing the role they assigned you, they call you cruel. Let them. That night, I poured myself a glass of wine, stood in the living room, and toasted not to victory, but to freedom. My freedom.